shoulders are tight. So yeah, Elon baby mama drama. What's up with that? I feel like it's an interesting thing. Like, there's certain guys that we know of in history, like even just right now, they have more than one wife. Like, there's people that are polyamorous and things like that. And so my whole thought process, just what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot, just memes. But it seems like this chick, Ashley, I think is her name, seems like she's perfectly aware of the fact that Elon behaves a certain way with women. I mean, at this point we all are, if we're paying attention, right? He's got several baby mamas, and he is presumptually a very busy guy, right? Like, we see him on TV more than we see celebrities, right? So, yeah, I feel like in that sense, you have to be aware that you're not entering a standard relationship. And who knows if they even had a relationship, right? Like, I don't know what the background was. None of us do. And that's what makes it a little bit confusing or interesting, I guess. Because if no one even knows you're together, it's literally been a secret this whole time, then why would now communicating in that way make things better, right? Like, if someone is truly ignoring you, which we don't know if he is, like, that could be something normal for him, for all we know. Yeah, the crash out online is like, that's never gonna end well for you. We already know everything about what's wrong with Elon and his situation. You're basically like, I touched the fire and the fire burned me. Feel bad for me. It's like, bruh, it's fire. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Literally, everybody knows these things. In fact, there's actually a tweet from her responding to this exact thing. Someone was saying something about Elon. She said she wanted to have his baby, and the guy was like, well, he's already got a kid, and he's not too, he doesn't have a good history with women. And the girl, this Ashley person who's now trying to put him on blast, this Ashley person responded with, he goes through women pretty quickly, and she like corrected him on the number of kids he had. So it's like, so basically there's literally evidence of you saying, I already know, and I still want in. So at this point, it to me looks like, and obviously, unfortunately, when you have that much money, a lot of people are just in it for the check. However that check gets to them, if you have to pay them a certain amount of money for the kid, a year or whatever it is, but you can also do a little side hustle and talk shit about him in the background, right? Like most women that get divorced do that for free. So to be able to get paid to do that, I mean, there's some grimy ass people out here. So, opportunists are opportunists. I'm not gonna act like, as the birth rate declines across the world, it's a bad idea to have a child with some for reasons out of love, or outside of love. There's people that adopt kids because they just really want to have kids. So even if that's the case, maybe she would have adopted a kid, but now she has a biological kid, and she also has a biological kid who essentially is going to be linked forever, right, to one of the most influential men ever, as far as 21st century goes. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. It's just kind of like, what's your end goal here? Like, you trying to get a spin-off? Like, are you trying to just make money off the ads? It's like, obviously he has money. I'm sure he has no problem providing you with enough money to feel safe, not be homeless, and still live in luxury, right? So what's the point? Like, what are you going to be doing for yourself? What is the point? And with that being said, Elon, let me know what's up. Because artificial insemination, I'm not against it. I'm saying we could do a little experiment, find out what happens when you link up with a black chick hood chick. I don't know if I'm considered hood. Maybe, yeah. I guess it depends on who asks me. Honestly. But yeah. So this whole situation is like, to me, it's almost like for publicity. But I also feel like it's not helpful for him to have this going on right now, so I don't think he's in on it. And that's what makes it fucked up. Like, at the end of the day, whether you love him or you hate him, fucking up the bag for your baby daddy is also gonna fuck it up for you. Right? Like, he's already established, he already has his own stuff going on. Like, don't try to tear down something you didn't help build up. I'm trying to do these faster, but it feels nice to just pause in it. I'm trying to scoot back a little bit, so if you see me like moving, it's on purpose. Okay. I'm just gonna recheck my positions here, because as I'm going up and down or like side to side, I want to make sure it's even. If I'm like pushing more or uneven on another side, then it messes up that alignment again. So fully seated, feet are as close as they can be to my tailbone without it causing me pain. And I'm holding my feet together just to make sure that everything's even. So I should have like a line going straight down the center and through my feet. And then from there, I'm gonna take one knee, this one's my right knee, I'm gonna turn it in and put it on the inside of my left foot. So, like so. It's basically a way to keep track of the alignment. So when you switch, you have an idea. Let me do it this way. So when you switch, you have an idea of where your next knee should be. If you are uneven, let's say you start out like this, and then you go to turn like this, it's gonna have like a weird. You see how that stretches, like it's not really in there. I don't even know if you could do it without it causing a lot of pain, but if you figured out how to do it without being aligned, then don't. Make sure you do it aligned. So, I'm going to rock back and forth on this for a second. And then I'll do another set of those, because those ones felt pretty good. These are the little, I don't know, what did they tell you in school? When I was in school, like kids would do this, right? And they were like, don't, you'll pull something. And then at one time I was reading something, I go through like stretching routines and stuff all the time for like years. I read something that said it's good to have like a resistance and then a pushback. So you can do this, but you're just not supposed to just like wiggle. Like that's, I mean, if you're doing it really lightly, it's not gonna cause any problems. So if you're like actually pushing down and bouncing up and down, that will cause you to, or be like more likely to have an incident or injury. So yeah, I'm actually like pushing down through my thighs right now, like I'm pushing through here, trying to push my knees down, and then I'm relaxing a little bit, waiting, and then going again. And another way I can push down more is if I'm like sitting kind of up like this, in this position. There is another way you can do it. It actually feels really good. I'll just use this blanket because I don't have a small little thing here. But yeah, you can use a pillow or a bolster, or like even like a block. If you have one, it's just gonna be pretty low to the ground. If you know what a yoga pillow is, you can get a yoga pillow. Those are always good too. But basically, I'm going to bring my feet together the same way, but because my hips are a little higher, or my tailbone's a little higher, it allows my hips to sink down a little lower. So in this case, I'm now pulling on my ankles, pulling my ankles up, and that's, you can probably see it's like also pulling in closer too, compared to when I'm on the ground. It's not as close or low. It is a deeper stretch, but if you're already down, if you've already got your knees to the ground, then that's also a good one because it can help you to extend it, open up more, if you want to do that. Okay, so I will go back to the one I was showing in the middle of that. So again, this one is for hips, and it is mobility. So you want to push through in a flow, but you're really kind of going through a couple of motions I'll show you. So we got our feet together, they're centered, turn one foot to the outside, and that's going to be my right foot. I'm lining it up with the inside of my left foot, and then I'm going to come up. Basically, my legs are going to be spread, both of my feet are going to be facing in, and then I'm going to switch down to the other side. So now my left leg is folded back, my right foot is pointed in, and then I'm going to pop up. And this pop up can feel like a real stretch if you're not used to it, so come up slow. If you can't get all the way up, if your hips are really tight and it hurts to push through, of course just go up as much as you can, or go down and stretch that way until you feel like you're flexible enough to come up. But again, this one's about the hips, so you want to turn your hips outwards. I can feel it back here on my low back. If you have any low back problems, this is probably a good one for you to give a try. So now I'm sitting down. I'm going to come in front of me. Both of my feet now are facing front, and then I switch and come back up. That's the whole thing. So I'm just rotating between those, coming up. And I'm going slowly to make sure everything feels safe, because again, if you have tight hips or you don't do this, it can hurt you and you could feel like you're pulling something. So just go slow. If you can't move through the motions, then just pause in each position and let that be your stretch. Let that be something you focus on for stretching Sundays, or when you do your regular stretching, those could be some positions you want to hold. This time I just use my hand as support. So I guess an immediate way to do it would be to just turn, right? But if you want like an easier way, put one hand down, switch and put your left hand down, and then bring this one up like that. So just trace your hands behind you. Don't try to drag them both. Put one down, bring the other one over until it's secure, and then you can come up. So this is the full motion when you can do all of them together. If you want it to be harder, do it without hands. Alright? So I'm up here with no hands. Do 3 more. Ah. It's definitely harder without hands. Alright. I think that was pretty good. That one felt nice. I'm just trying to stay moving, and this is why I love music. So you notice when like it's just me talking and there's no music in the background? I will just keep talking. And then I'm trying to think of something to say, so I don't have enough brain power and concentration to remember to keep doing a mobility routine or exercise like I am right now. My body naturally is just like, oh, there's music on, just match the music. So I'm doing this. And this is good mobility right now. Checking in on my legs, pointing my toes. I'm also working in my chest a little bit. If I wanted to add more, let me turn this way. If I wanted to add more, I could dip, right? So, good for your triceps. And I think this is also probably really nice for your shoulders. Because right now it feels nice on my shoulders. I don't want to lie to you or mess you up and tell you something that's not true, but that's what I'm feeling right now. Okay. I'm gearing up to do flutter kicks. I'm just gearing up. But yeah, if you feel like you can lean back into this while you're doing it, or turn your hands out, stretch your wrists. That's what I'm doing now. Stretching out my hands like I need to be. Pointing the toes, grabbing the toes. Oh. It feels so nice. Do 5 more. Is that 5? I always forget to count. Oh my gosh. I say it and I instantly forget to count. Okay. Do they have activated? Yeah, I guess Siri could do that. No, Siri can't count for me though. Siri can count the time, but she can't count how much I do. Alright, 2 more on this side. Oh, goodness. Okay, this one's pretty simple. Make sure you start with your feet apart. You don't want them to be touching because that's not going to give you enough space to move through your hips, but you also don't want them to be so spread apart that you're not resting in an even way either. So I like to just do it about hip width apart, or maybe even a little closer if your hips are really tight. And then you want to pull your feet into your butt, basically almost touching your butt. I like to get them really close. And then drop down to one side, keeping your legs bent the whole time. And my feet stay on the floor the whole time. So I can feel the inside of my foot is touching the ground and the outside of my foot is touching the ground. And then when I come back up, they're gonna lay flat on the ground, and then I'll switch to the other side and the opposite will happen. So up, both feet are flat on the ground, and then down to the opposite side. For me, that's my right side. So now my right hip and knee is on the ground, and my left hip is trying to follow. And if you're doing this right, your shoulders should stay on the ground. It's not meant to be like falling over and sleeping like you sleep in your bed on your side. It's a supine twist, and so you want to make sure that your spine has the ability to twist completely and not just turn. So my shoulders are on the ground. I can even put my hands out flat if that helps me to stabilize and keep myself from rolling over. But you want to try your best to push your hips down to the same side. Mine isn't going down all the way to the ground. It might if you're really flexible, but it's a really good stretch right in here. You should feel it. And if it popped your back, that's always a nice feeling too. That's okay. Alright, up. Feet are flat on the ground. And then switch. Same thing, keep your shoulders on the ground. Right, my left leg is on the ground completely, and my right leg is following in the same direction. Alright, now you've got those two things, you stretch them out a little bit, so it's literally just windshield wipers from here. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit because I keep hitting that. But yeah, it's just windshield wipers. It should feel, honestly, it kind of feels like the same sensation when you're standing up and twisting in a circle with your hands, like spinning back and forth, like I did in the very beginning. It feels like that, but it's really more in the hips. So if you feel like kind of that like twisting sensation, like you're just swinging back and forth, then you're doing it the right way. And if it hurts to move through these in a fluid motion, then just take it back to the individual stretches instead of the full range, and then as you loosen up, you'll be able to go faster between them. Alright. I'll kind of let that one relax for a bit. Alright, what's another one I do down here? I did this one. I need to do the opposite side, I suppose. Okay, so I'm on all fours. For stability, I'm going to lift up, and then I'm going to kick back, and then pull forward, down, in, up, straight, out, down, in, and I was leaning the whole time. I'm going to stand over here so it's not, I'm not leaning as much, hopefully. So, up, out, here, here, here. I feel like there's a better way to come out with that. Down, up. Yeah, I should probably wrap it back and then pull it up. So we'll try that. I'm gonna go bent, straight, out, down, back, and bent. That wasn't so bad. That's a long one though. See, I'll do 10. I'll try my best to do 10. I don't know. Just made that up just now. So let's see. We're up, we're back,
or out, down, back, in, up, back, or out, down, or back, or in, up, out, down, back, in, up, out, down, back, in, up, out, down, back, in. What was I calling this? This is up. This is out. Down, back, in. Up, out, down, back, in, out. Ooh, how many is that? Jesus. My butt. This wasn't meant to be a full-on set. What number was that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm just gonna stop there because this butt cheek is on fire, bruh. Oh my gosh. That was supposed to be a mobility exercise, but that felt like a glute exercise. I was focusing so much on my butt not burning, I don't even know what was going on over here. But this was supposed to be, the mobility was supposed to be happening in this leg, and it ended up being a glute exercise in the opposite leg. So we'll check into that one another day, but that was not the intention. However, I did do it on this side, so I have to do it on this side for safety reasons, for balance, all of that. You can't just do it on one side. You gotta do it on both. So, again, this is not supposed to be a set or like a heavy exercise. It is just supposed to be for mobility, but it did burn the hell out of my butt cheek just now. So if that happens to you, you can tap out if you need to, or just appreciate it. I don't know. I think this is a good way. I need space to come out this way. Yeah, alright. So, up, out, here, back, up. I keep hitting the back of this chair. Hold up. Why am I hitting the chair? Yeah, if your butt's not burning, I don't know what kind of butt you got, but damn. You got buns of steel. That shit hurts. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need a stretch after that one. What's a good booty stretch? Booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. Okay, let's see. I'm just hugging myself right now to let my spine kind of settle down again. And this was called Happy Baby. It's technically a yoga name for it, but you really just grab your feet. That's why they say Happy Baby, because babies make this pose a lot when they're learning about their extremities. So yeah, this is one way you can help with your spine, kind of let your spine align a little bit more, especially after twisting. Just make sure everything kind of sets into a nice straight stacked position. And then if you can't grab your legs with if you can't grab your feet with your legs straightened, that's where bending your feet comes in. You get the benefit of stretching your hips out more when you have your feet apart. When you are putting your legs together, you're stretching out your hamstrings a lot more. So just depending on what you can do and what you want to do, what kind of result you want, you could do variation like I am right now.
I like to pull down and then pull up too. It's like a inverted sumo squat. And this is like another way you can do a sumo squat without all the pressure to balance onto your feet and finding balance in that position. You can use that, do that position with a block. But yeah, sitting in a sumo squat or laying in a sumo squat, you're still going to get the benefits if you hold it. So now I know my spine is straight while I'm holding it. I'm not all hunched over like I can be. I want to flip my hips over so bad. I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh. There we go. There's some people that can like walk around in a circle like this, like a spider walk, like I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't want to embarrass myself. But one day I would like to be able to do that. I'm just doing a little bit of spine, like boats, I guess. I don't know what these are called. I'm rocking back and forth like a little boat in the water. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Try and move this way. This one I do not recommend you do on hardwood floor because you probably will feel your spine. Unless you have a lot of cushion on your back, you're going to feel your spine on the ground. So don't do it on hardwood. Oh, and I'm going to hold it like one more time. Oh, this is nice. I'm going to rest here. This feels nice. I'm going to hold it a little more, because it's really stretching out my back, like my thoracic region, like in between my shoulder blades, my scapula, like very, very gradually stretching that area, as opposed to when I'm sitting with my phone out. I feel like my neck is hunched over, but in this particular stretch hold that I'm doing, it's bending slightly below that. And it feels like it's opening up that area because that area never gets to move. So I don't know if that's happening to you, but if you feel a different part of your spine being activated, if you feel a part of your spine that you're not used to feeling, lean into that, because your whole spine, I mean, technically you can make a full-on O with your body, like all the way into a circle if you wanted to. Okay. Oh my goodness. It feels so nice. Okay, this one I started with my head down and just letting my shoulders cross over. And now I'm going to see if I can bring my arms up a little bit higher each time. nice if I was brave enough to do it.
Let's see if I can do it. I'll try it. I'll try it on the opposite side. Okay, I'm going for it. Oh my gosh, my neck feels so good. If you are sitting on your computer or on your phone a lot and you don't do this stretch, you have no idea what you're missing out on. I just felt like all the bad sitting I've done for a week just like wiped itself away. Oh man, that was really nice.
Kind of caught me off guard here. Okay, what haven't I done? I've done legs. I've done arms. I guess I can do more shoulders.
I'll do 10 of these.